Well, actually originally from Cornwall, but I live in London now. 24 years old, and I'm British. An amazing place, which is like, for me, where I did the majority of my training. A lot of people always say like, oh Andrew, you said you used to train 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Well, we're gonna go to that place, so let's go. So we just arrived at my house where I grew up. This is basically where I spent all my childhood. But I used to train here something like 4 or 5 hours a day at least, maybe 6, 7 hours sometimes a day in here. When it got dark, at say in the winter it's dark at 4 or 5, I would train here maybe until midnight, something like that, after training for like 5, 6 hours. Oh man, this house has changed so much, man. This used to be like the nicest house, man. Alright, so we're gonna go out into my old back garden now. This is where I used to train like every day before school, every day after school. Sometimes I would skip school and train here as well, so yeah. 2010 to 2012, I was training around something like 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. The rest of the time, when I wasn't training, I was thinking about freestyle. I was writing down notes about freestyle when I was on a train, when I was on a bus, when I was on the car to school, when I was walking from place to place, when I was eating my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner. I'm writing notes, or I'm thinking about what trick I can do. More recently, the last few years, I've been training a lot less, to be honest. Alright, yeah, so this is where I used to spend most of my time training. I remember preparing for my first ever competition, 2009, training for the UK champs. I was training here. 2010, training for the World Champs here. 2011, training for the World Champs here. Everything, most of my training was done here. A lot of sweat, blood, tears, all that sort of thing here. And actually, when I broke my leg and I was recovering, I was doing a lot of tricks like sitting down in this area, doing like basic sit down combos and stuff like that, even with my leg in the cast. Oh! It's very easy in freestyle to have a closed mind, especially when the community are saying, do tricks like this, do combos like this, don't break the combo, you can't do this, this is unclean, this is untidy, don't do it this high, you should do it low, you know, lots of don'ts. I say just do what you want, be free, be open, just have an open mind, then you can create things and let everything come in, then you choose what you want out of that, and you choose what to work on, and you put that back into your freestyle, and then you can decide, yeah, now I want to make this trick smooth, now I want to make it clean. Now I want to make it special. It doesn't matter if someone says, oh, but this is not stylish, it's not clean. It doesn't matter. Maybe that wasn't my point yet. So eventually I'll make it clean. No one else has ever motivated me. I'm self-motivated. I motivate myself because I want to get better every day. Because I love this. I love this sport. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. It doesn't matter if I'm best at it, the worst at it, whatever. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. And I love this sport. Okay, so in the beginning of 2009, first day of February, actually it started to snow here. It was a really random day, it started to snow, which is really rare here. And I decided when I was training here to hang upside down from there. And I was like, wow, this is easy. I could even do tricks like this. And then I'll move to one hand. I was like, yeah, it's easy. I moved, tried to do some fingers. I don't know what I was thinking. And just bam, dropped down, tucked in my chin at the last minute, landed on this shoulder. And as you can see, I paid the price. So yeah, I got this scar here, got a metal plate going all the way down into here, 9 metal screws going across there. So yeah, I was out for a bit. Besides freestyle football, I love to play so many different things, so many different sports. I used to play table tennis, rugby, football. But now I'm really into martial arts. I train lots of different martial arts, kickboxing, boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and then MMA. So yeah, I really like that sort of thing because I really like the sort of movement sports where you're training the movement of the body, control, balance, timing, precision, working on your athleticism, that sort of thing. I really like doing things that are dynamic, that are, you know, I like yoga, that sort of thing. I was considering quitting because I was taking rugby really seriously, and I was like, do you know what, maybe I want to go pro in rugby. And then when I broke my leg in 2008, it was just so bad. I got told maybe I wouldn't be able to walk again. Good chance I'll never be able to play sport again. It took me so long to recover. I was just thinking, wow, maybe I'll have to quit every sport, not just freestyle. But then freestyle helped me recover, it helped me develop a passion for it. So I got back and it was like, wow, this is like really good for me. It's a really good positive thing in my life. It was making me more confident. I feel that freestyle football in the UK right now is definitely growing massively. There's lots of freestylers that are coming, lots of new freestylers coming through. There is one or two guys that could be on the, you know, sort of top 16 in a couple of years' time. So they'll be breaking through and they'll be pushing me, and as I get older I'm going to have to work harder, and it's going to be a good challenge, but I'm ready for it and I'm excited because that's what I want, people to push me from my own country. And I want Team GB to be strong, you know, I want us to represent on the world tour, I want us to be many guys, you know, that's what I want. So the business of freestyle football is performing at different events, corporate events, halftime shows of football pitches, festivals, and more recently, yeah, commercials with Neymar, Messi, Beckham, famous football players.
As a person, I don't think he's changed. And thinking of him as a superstar is just something that never really crossed my mind.
It's quite surreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels strange to see his videos and think, we know him. It's quite bizarre. It's amazing though. He's done amazing.
It's odd when we see him on on TV and what have you, on adverts.
Like the Shaw advert, that was weird to see him. We were like, oh my gosh, it's Andrew.
So it's like 3 degrees. We are in a like that. I don't know. Andrew is doing tricks in the water. 3 degrees. The edge of the carnival.
When there's different songs, different beats, different types of music, different environments, different weathers, all these type of things, these type of different factors, they change my freestyle and I adapt. So I'm an adapter and I'm spontaneous in the moment. When I go in competitions against some of the best guys, they're doing sets. They're doing this set where they've planned that, this set where they've planned that, this set where they've planned that. And I'll go and I'll do something that I've never done before, a mixture of tricks that I've never done before, and I can still match that just because I'm being spontaneous and reacting and being real in the moment.
Andrew first had a ball I think probably when he was about 6 months old, and I can remember him playing with the ball when he was 12 months, 18 months old in the garden. So he's always had a ball. Well, when he was first starting with the freestyle, he would train everywhere. That included the bedroom, so we would constantly have the banging of the ball against the floor. But I think probably if I'm not in the house, he might still do that, but he doesn't do it when I'm in the house anymore.
When I first found out about it and how seriously people took it and how developed it was becoming as a sport, I found it fascinating. But having somebody in your house constantly kicking a ball around, his talent entirely originates from me. Yeah. It allowed him to flourish as an athlete and as a person.
I started doing freestyle football in 2006 after seeing a video of Sofia and Tuzani. That was when I'd say really something clicked with me, and I was like, this sport is sick. This sport is cooler than anything else. I mean, I've played so many different sports, but this sport there's something special about it, something unique. And I had a lot of bad experiences. Growing up in Cornwall in the southwest of England, not many opportunities down here for kids wanting to progress in sports and wanting to achieve something big. And I was very optimistic with my goals. Probably the biggest highlight of my career so far to me was winning the first time I won the World Championships in 2011 in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I trained as hard as I could, and I thought being the best just wasn't good enough, and that day it was, and it was just a surreal experience, and it took me a few months for it to really sink in. That was something that was unforgettable. There's nothing with that. When you train freestyle, that's for life. You can always go back to it. You can always do it again. It's so complex, so detailed, so diverse, so many parts to it. But at the same time, it's so simple. Once you know it and you're in it, you have that for life, and you can always come back to it and do it. It's like running. It's like going on a run. You can always just come back to going on a run because it's that simple. But freestyle's complex, but it's simple at the same time, and that's why it's important that it's taught the right way. I'm on my own journey, and I want to break my own records. You know, now I'm going back to break my own records. I won the World Championships over 4 years. I won all the major championships. I want to do it all in 1 year. My job is training hard every day to compete in the World Championships and to be the best freestyler in the world.
Look up the beat.